Am I live? Hopefully I am. Let's see. Okay, looks like I'm on here. I want to do this every time. And Ninja Watchers, if you're in here and you can hear me and you can see me, can you do me a favor? Can I get a good in the chat? You know, just so we're not wasting anyone's time. You would think I have it figured out by now. All right. Hey, Amanaz. Thank you. All right. Okay. So y'all know the routine. Now that we have confirmation on everything, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to rewind and I'm going to do my intro. Okay. Welcome back, y'all, to Pills, Potions, and Poisons with me, NAllenRx. I'm a pharmacist. But I'm not here in a professional capacity. No, I am not. However, I do have expert level knowledge and information that I can share with you guys. There's my alarm. Still gonna be late. That expert level knowledge and information that I can share with you guys. But there's one thing I need you to keep in mind if it's your first time here, which probably not, but thank you anyway for coming. I'm not your pharmacist. I am not your pharmacist, okay? Not your pharmacist. All right, so what do we get into tonight? Okay, who is our main character? It's Liam Payne. Okay, let's pull a picture of him up if we can. Liam Payne is, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the boy band. I don't know if this was like late 2000s, 2010s, 2020. I don't know either way it goes. It was not around my time, I'm just gonna say it. Anyway, One Direction, that's the band, okay? That's the group that this guy was in, young man, 31 years old, same age as my youngest sister, 31. And he passed away this weekend, okay? Well, not this weekend, on the 16th. What's today? Let's look at him because y'all know I don't be knowing. I had to do a little research, a little bit more than I care to do. Here he is, guys. Here's Liam of the group One Direction. According to Jocelyn One Direction was a good band. I think that did they sing that song? That's what makes you beautiful. I don't know. I think that's them. But if that is, that's the only group I know, only song I know that they had. So thank you, Jocelyn. Now you have to be our expert on, all things One Direction tonight. Is that dude? Okay, so Harry Styles, he's in that band. I know Harry Styles. Now, is he dating Zendaya? Is Harry Styles dating Zendaya? Or is that somebody else? I think that might be somebody named Tom Holland. They do look alike. Y'all look them up. Y'all gonna see they look alike. So what happened to him? Okay, he's in Argentina, okay? That's the location. That's the setting for tonight's scene. Picture it. Argentina. Fall, October 2024. Liam is there with his girlfriend, his current girlfriend. I don't know what her name was. Y'all not be meaning to look this stuff up, but I don't. And I'm sorry. Jocelyn says if that's their song, no, Tom Holland is the one that's dating Zendaya. Okay, I'm tripping. Anyway, back to the story. Tom is not Tom. What's his name? Liam. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know One Direction like that. I just listened to a couple of their songs. Okay, so Liam, he's at a hotel in Argentina. He's there with his girlfriend, right? They're having the time of their life. Okay, they're young, they having fun. I don't know. He got a baby mama somewhere, but this is not the mother of the child. Okay, but this is his new girlfriend. Tragic situation. 2 days before he passes, they're just, moving around the city. They're having a great time. Liam is even on IG. I have his last post on here. It's kind of eerie. I don't know if I want to play it or not. It's kind of creepy. And you can see a clip of it on my thumbnail. He's having a great time. They're having a great time in Argentina. He's making all kind of promises to her about, their future, that he wants to get married. 444. It's like you got the angel numbers popping up. It's like, I'll be wondering when people like, do they know they're going to die? And like, why do they do that? Don't be leaving me here with no mess like that. But anyway, so, evidently they partied it up. Okay. Let me see if I can pull up the scene. Okay. So right now, there's no official toxicology report. There is one. These people in Argentina, they're saying that, it's not complete. Okay. I don't know what that means. Like when you say like it's not complete, it's like, okay, well, we got some information. We've done a toxicology report. These things have come back, but we're doing further examination. Maybe that's what they need to say, but just to be like, no, it's not complete. His daddy went down there because they from the UK. Liam is not from around here. And by around here, I mean America. Okay, he's not from here. He's from the UK. One Direction, you already know a name like that. That's where they from. They from the UK. So his daddy flew down to Argentina, which I guess he was there to renew his US passport. That's how he was they ended up down there. I don't really know the exact details of it. I'm just going to get into the drugs because y'all know that's what I'm here for. But this is a little background information. So his dad went down there. He gets down there. They won't release the body to him, because they got some more investigating to do. They have some more, they got the tox report, which revealed our famous drug, the most popular drug right now, that pink Tuci. The fucking white Tuci. Yeah, Glow. Y'all heard that Glow album? That fire. Anyway, that's a sidebar. We're talking about entertainment. We're talking about music. I'm telling y'all right now. But I already know my favorite song on the album already. Okay, because I'm back on that kind of BS right now. But anyway, so dad down there trying to get the body. They got to do some more investigation. They got to do some more like looking into it. Because, this is a famous guy. And one thing, this kind of reminded me of that whole Shanquilla thing from a couple years ago. It's like, you do not want to die abroad, okay? I pressed the wrong button. I should have hit this button right here. I should have hit that button. You do not want to die abroad because it's like it's gonna be open-ended. It ain't like open and shut. Like you go into his hotel room, which you will be able to see his hotel room. It was trashed. Okay, let me pull this back up. It was trashed. The hotel was trashed. Is this the right view, y'all? Let me see. What if we do that? Why is it over here like that? Or maybe I need to do full screen. Did I do something wrong? Okay, anyway, I'll pull it back up. Hotel room was trash. They got all kind of drug paraphernalia everywhere. So far, what they found in his system, to me, which, it's not going to show up as Tuci on a toxicology report. It's going to show up at whatever, metabolites of the particular drugs that was in this concoction, this cocktail, because I don't know if y'all know this, but the Tuci, it ain't like the straight across the board. It ain't like, okay, every time you got to put a little bit of ketamine, you got to get a little MDMA, you got to get a little of this, a little of that. It's like, we might put a little ketamine in it this time. We might put some Fenty in there this time. You don't know what's in it unless you in the kitchen cooking it up, chef carry at the stove, unless you making it. Nobody knows what they're gonna get. Life is like a box of chocolates. Tusi is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Okay, so just because I keep wanting to call him Tom, Liam, because he had this version of the Tusi, that might not be the same thing. They keep trying to bring Diddy is the one that's putting Tusi on the map right now, even though Tusi has been out in South America and Europe and everywhere else. They've been like having a good time out these drugs, Here, evidently, it was reserved for the likes of Diddy. And now that Diddy has put it on the map with all of his allegations that he has out right now, we all like, what's up with the pink Tusi? Kanye was singing about it. tweaking off that Tuci B, huh? Yeah. So y'all check out my previous streams to get a little bit more information on the Tuci. Okay. But yes, so this is what he had in his system. And they said he had crack in there too. I was like, God, who is doing crack like that these days? Are people still doing crack? Do we know people still doing crack? Even though, if I say it again, it's going to be like out of line, huh? I know, y'all. I'm sorry. Boosie said people need to be doing crack versus, taking their chances with the Tuci and possibly getting fentanyl in their system. Because they be exiting out of here. That's what Boosie had said. So what we're gonna do is, since we don't have an official toxicology report, we're gonna have to use our social media news outlets, okay? And what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to read what they say they got. It's like probably third, fourth person. We don't even know if half of this is true. We don't know. And to be honest, I don't think we ever gonna find out what the real deal is, because when you be abroad like that, they don't have the same kind of like regulations and things like that we have here. Either way, it's just always feels like it's a cover up for something real sneaky. And without this case, Diddy had his the baby oil, because we still don't, nobody confirm, even though they're saying we know what was in the baby oil, if anything at all was in the baby oil. But over here in Argentina, they're alleging that could possibly, maybe, probably, I think very likely have been something in this Dove soap box. That's how they moving it over there. Allegedly. So I'm gonna go ahead and, well, before I jump into being y'all read aloud person tonight, let me see who I got in the chat. Y'all. What I say? Regulators. Is that what I do? Mount up. Who we got in here, y'all? Let's see. We got Almanaz. Thank you so much, Almanaz. I can always depend on you. Holding it down, moderating, giving me good commentary, good feedback, letting me know that they can hear me and I ain't wasting y'all time or my time tonight, because y'all know I ain't worked today. I've been at home all day. I really been chilling all day. Well, right now, this is, sidebar. Halloween is upon us, and I'm gonna just tell y'all, some of y'all might not be down with the the zodiac and all that kind of stuff and astrology, but it is Scorpio season. So I woke up with some different energy this morning. We getting ready for Halloween. Halloween's kind of a big deal over here, so we already had to start with the costumes. Somebody went as, the witch off of Wiki today. I'm gonna post some pictures later on, probably on my personal social media platforms. So we had that going on. And what else we're going to do at our home, we're gonna be do y'all know what that is? Let me know if you know. Put it in the chat if you know what it is, if you know what I'm singing. That's the theme song, first of her name, Alicia Walker. Thank you. She says, good. Like, get going on with the show, girl. We hear you and we see you. Jocelyn, hey. Yeah, Alan, hey. She said, my direction was good. She said, hey, y'all. That's how she writes. She said, hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. She says that, y'all. Okay. She says, yes, that's their song. No, she's dating Tom Holland. Who is this we got in the chat, guys? Oh, it's the lead attorney. Hey, lead attorney. Welcome back to Pills, Potions, and Poisons with me, NAllenRx. Welcome to the chat. He says, I just heard about this. He was so young, 31 years old. That's who tweaking off the Tuci B, the 31-year-olds, the 31-year-olds, those people like that, they tweaking off the Tuci B. They, we kind of behind on the kind of drugs that people, mind your age, I don't know me, but yeah, so we behind. They all doing the pink cocaine that is not even cocaine. Okay, Terrell, what's up? Hi, look, that's my favorite song on Glorilla album. Y'all ain't asked for that. I'm telling y'all anyway. She says, hey, what's up? She says, I used to hear Tuci, however you spell it, and never had a clue what it was till did it. Yes, they've been talking about that. Tuci. At this point, no relation to Tuci, Lil Tucci. Yes, Giles Nate, she know what that is. That's what we doing over here for Halloween, baby. Jerez says, what? I feel starstruck to see the leader turning in the chat. I started following pills, potions, and poison from the Lee's recommendation. Thank you, Lee. Love both of y'all's content as well as AV. Shout out. That's what's up. All right, y'all, let's go get into it. Let's get into it. All right, so what's going on here? I don't even know why this is on this side like this. It's kind of bothering me. Oh, let me, what about that? Why is it like that? Maybe I should zoom out some. That probably was crazy. Hold on, y'all. Let's do this. Okay, so either way, hold on. I tried to be set up, but I didn't set up. Okay, well, I can't zoom back out. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, either way, a toxicology exam on the former One Direction singer's body has not yet been completed. I told y'all that. Argentinian authorities said after blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm going to read it. I ain't going to blah, blah, blah y'all too much. Then I said I was going to take the link out there. I had so many things I had planned on doing, but y'all know. The results of that exam, as well as the histopathological report, are needed before the body can be released to the family, a representative told the daddy. These results are not expected to be made public for several weeks. They say not be made public, but they may not necessarily mean that they don't have them. They just ain't gonna make them public, and they just like stalling the dad out. Investigators found what appeared to be narcotics and alcohol strewn around, broken objects, and furniture in Payne's hotel room, leading public prosecutors to suggest he had suffered a substance abuse-induced breakdown around the time of his fall. He evidently fell from the third floor of this hotel. I'm going to show y'all because I was like, y'all know me. Y'all know how I be. I'm like, if I fell off a third floor, would I die? I just feel like, I was like, I probably would survive. I was thinking I might survive. I don't know. But after I looked at the third floor, he fell off. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have made it. And if he was like, under the influence of these drugs, he didn't brace himself for the fall. It was just like I don't want to say splat, but it's kind of like, that's what it was. Okay. Him and his girlfriend, Miss Cassidy, 25, they had been in Argentina until 2 days before his death. She wrote an Instagram post on Wednesday. A few weeks ago, we sat outside on a beautiful evening, manifesting our lives together. Ah, that's so sad. I keep your note close, even though you told me not to look at it. You could do whatever you want with it at this point. You know what I'm saying? Okay. This is what he said. It said, me and Kate to marry within a year / engaged. What the hell that mean? Like, y'all don't be letting these people play y'all. And together forever, 444. What does that even mean, Liam? You gonna he didn't know. I think y'all, okay. We're gonna get into it, but y'all let me know if y'all think this was an accident. Because he was clean, he said, which they be lying. And addicts, I don't care if you have an addiction. Speaking of addictions, if you have an addiction, y'all know y'all be lying. And that's just what it is. Y'all be out here lying now. You know you do. Me and Kate to marry within a year / engaged. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. They're going to get married and we're going to get married. We're going to be engaged when? Within a year? Or we're going to be married within a year? Which one is it? You playing games, Liam. Liam, I know we'll be together forever. See, it's like, dating is already difficult, they say. I don't know. And for him to just leave you like that, with that. We'll be together forever. And now you gone. It's like, yeah, man, this is like Ghost. Y'all remember that movie Ghost? She said, "You'll always be with me. I've gained a guardian angel." That's so sad. That's so sad, y'all. Okay, so I had enough. I need to show y'all what he had in the system. Okay, well, first of all, this what it looked like. This what they found at the hotel room. This is what they looking into his death. They believe the Dove soap box at the right, um, that was found in the Sings Hotel could provide a major clue. A major clue to what? This ain't got no Tuci in it. I'm telling y'all, the combination of drugs he was using is really, really wild. And this feels like it's set up to me. Does it look like it's set up? This don't look like it's set up. Y'all ignore the ad. I don't know how I didn't have this on full screen, whatever I didn't do. Okay. But ignore it. Okay. So does this look like we was just using these drugs after, I'm in this room by myself. Now I'm on a bender and now I'm finna start using. And this is what my setup looks like. Come on, Argentina. This looks like a setup to me. This looks like a setup. He had clonazepam, just Clonopin. Y'all know that. Benzos. Got that. They say he had what else he had? Ketamine, he had MDMA, crack cocaine in his system. Whatever, I guess because they saw the combination of the other drugs, they like, okay, it's Tuci. What we didn't see was fentanyl, which is, good thing we didn't see that because that was going to be the culprit. We were going to blame it on fentanyl if that was in there. But they didn't, so far, haven't come up with any fentanyl. They must not be having it in Argentina like that. I don't know. But the crack, like, what the hell? And how is the Dove box? I'm looking at all this other stuff over here. How the hell is the Dove box the clue? Like, that's what they smuggling it in now anyway? Okay, let's just keep on going. Look at this. Why they put that picture of him up? They want us to believe, like, this is what he looked like. His hair wasn't even cut like that. This looked like it was months ago. But officials believe the box was used to secretly give the late One Direction member drugs. So they think that's per TMZ. Okay, so let's go back to this. Why I read this? Okay, here we go. This one tells us what he had. He died October 16 after falling from third-story balcony at Casa Sur Palermo, where he had been staying as a guest. He was 31. A toxicology report released on Monday showed the troubled pop star, did I post it up here? Had multiple drugs in his system, including pink cocaine, which is a drug cocktail typically mixed with ecstasy, ketamine, caffeine, and a psychedelic used to treat sexual dysfunction known as Tuci or Tuci. What? We getting all kind of like things for this Tuci. What the hell is that? That's not what Tuci is. To treat and a psychedelic. What? Okay, anyway. What is he talking? What is the psychedelic used to treat his sexual dysfunction? Is the ecstasy? Is it not? I don't know. Y'all let me know, healthcare team in the chat. Because this right here, is this a reliable source? Y'all know. He allegedly had also ingested cocaine on top of all this other stuff, crack, and benzodiazepine, a depressant per the report. They say he had Klonopin. Okay. Photos investigators took of Payne's hotel room showed drug paraphernalia scattered all over a table, including clonazepam, which is used to control epilepsy, involuntary muscle spasms, and panic disorders. Anxiety. This is so extra. Somebody on here trying to sound like they went to pharmacy school and they did. According to TMZ, police may have linked the hotel staffer to that particular medication. Which one? And which one was in the soap box? Aside from drugs, the photos from Payne's hotel room, this sounds like a setup. I'm conspiracy theory, y'all know that. Look at Michelle. Payne's hotel room was also featured the suspicious soap box, a burning candle, a burnt soda can top, a smashed TV, wax, and burnt foil in his bathtub. This was not a burnt. This is not a bathtub. Why do they just have it on display here? Like, did they place this here? They did that. They be whoever they are. Cause all that stuff they just named, it's like right out here, right here. I know, I figure like when people be on a bender, I don't know. I never been around people like just, not like that. I be around people. Y'all know I be in, high and low situations, just wherever I'm at. But this right here looks way too messy. I know it wasn't nobody like me up in there because I'm looking like how can you even like get your how do you know you just like you just sniffing and eating and what do you how do you sniffing and you what's the burnt top, the burnt can top, what does that do? What you doing with that? Is that how he smoked the crack? Is he smoking the crack or is he injecting the crack? I told y'all about these routes of administration. That just doesn't look. I wouldn't want to be doing these drugs anyway, but I definitely would not like it to be all messy like this because these are matches. This is a this is a setup. This is a setup. This is a setup. Like you acting like, oh, somebody just on the scene just taking pictures. This is not just crime scene photos. This is like strategically placed, all in the same, view. Like this is like, okay, we got to get the wine glass in here to let us know he was drinking. We got to have the foil in here to let us know he was burning up something to shoot up or smoke up. Because they said, man, crack in the system. Okay. Then they want to see, oh, here go the little matches and this powder residue, all in the same place. What is this? Looks like, oh, they say he has some over-the-counter drugs too. So that's probably be some aspirin, but you don't know. When y'all traveling abroad and y'all going to these gas stations, I told y'all this story about I know somebody who was like, a family member of mine that was traveling abroad. He bought some at a gas station that had the same name as something that we have in the United States, and it's not the same thing that we have in the United States. And calling me like, I'm like, what can I do? I'm like, you just gonna have to wait it out. You got to come on back home, I'm just saying. But this looks like, and what is this? It's like, oh, and he damaged the hotel room. And it's like, this is like, what do you call this? Like smut from like burning something. Oh, burning this can top right here. Where's the rest of the can? And who cut this off like that? Where's the knife at? Like, or whatever. No, I'm not sold on it. They done set Tom up. I mean, Liam. Okay, so where we at? Photos took a hotel room show drug paraphernalia scattered all over a table, clonazepam, which, okay, we already see it. Okay. Aside from the drugs, the photos from Payne's hotel room also featured suspicious soapbox. Okay, burning candle. What and burning candle? I feel like they trying to act like it's like, what's the point of saying the candle was burning? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, you shouldn't be burning stuff in the hotel room? Like, what's the point of saying a burning candle? A burning candle, like it was still lit. I don't know if this is important. I work in a pharmacy, but it's like, say that it was a burning candle. Why would you tell us that? And a burnt soda can top. Where's the soda can at? Because I thought that like when they be doing that kind of stuff, they use the can, not the can top. And they don't have like, I guess, ashtrays and stuff like that in hotels no more since you can't like smoke inside nowhere. Not that I mean, I don't smoke, you know. Dad used to smoke, but he don't smoke. Nobody smokes. You can't smoke. Okay, a smashed TV, wax, and burnt. Okay, you just said you had a damn burning candle. Why do you have to say wax? Is it something like some kind of way you use these drugs that I don't know about? Y'all gotta fill me in because I'm confused right now. Look at him. That's so sad. Multiple drugs were found in his system after he died. This is the smashed TV. Okay, we see. Okay, we see a TV. Oh, okay, so this was in the tub. Y'all, put a one in the chat if you think this is a setup. Now, I don't know what they setting up or why. I don't know why they're setting this up or this is a cover up. But I do think that this scene has been manipulated. I do not think that these pictures are shown as they were found. I don't think they just like, oh, okay, just taking pictures. We're not contaminating the scene. We're not touching anything. We're not moving anything. We're not doing anything. I think things got moved around up in here. Put a 2 if you think it's like, oh no. That's what it looks like when people like, wilding out and they on a bender. They smoking, they drinking, you shooting up. And did he know he was getting crack? Okay. Let's keep going. Put a 1 in the chat if you with me. Because I'm going to be honest. This don't look right to me. This does not look right. I don't know. This is how I feel, I don't have anything to support this other than, previous crime scenes that I watched, in my true crime journey, And just like, this is just too messy. It's like, I figure, I don't think that people, it's like you have a messy plate. Who wants their food messy like that? Who wants their drugs messy like this? It's kind of remind me of how that Kurcheski, the one that killed the lady Lynn with the Visine, how she had that scene set up. Like the lady had powder and pills residue all on her shirt, all over her mouth, all over everywhere. It's like, but you said if she was trying to kill, you don't have to do all that. You ain't got to crush the pills up. You ain't got to be like just, I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. A police source told what police source told Argentina news outlet, whoever, La Nacion, the Special Investigations Division and the Special Technological Investigations Divisions went back to to raise. Why would they do that? So they went back into the hotel after the man passed away, and they got, he was found. Then it's like, okay, let's raid the hotel room. We'll never know the truth about this. I hate to tell y'all this. And I just don't believe you'll ever know the truth. Officials were looking to obtain elements of interest for the investigation. They didn't do that night, including documents and videos from the hotel lobby and courtyard where the singer's body was found. Okay. Investigators also reportedly acquired the hotel's computers, phones, and other devices. They didn't do that with Diddy. A separate insider told Us Weekly the main purpose of the raid was to identify which staffers were on duty when Payne was a guest. Okay. This is the outside of the hotel. It looks nice out there. Payne had been staying as a guest at Casa Sur Palermo. Okay. So this is it. This one. Is this 1, 2? I guess right around here. This is the 3rd floor. Okay, so at first I was like, yeah, I probably could survive jumping out the 3rd floor. That's what I see. I was like, man, but I don't know. I don't know because I don't know. But that's what happened. He fell to his death from 3rd floor balcony. Okay. The National Criminal and Correctional Prosecutor's Office in Argentina previously said that investigators had interviewed 3 hotel staffers and 2 women who were with the For You singer before he died. 3 staffers, 2 women. It was later revealed per La Nacion that lead prosecutor Marcela Romo spoke to 2 25-year-old prostitutes. Okay, they was the SCX workers who had admitted to drinking alcohol and partying with Payne hours before he passed. Man, as that make you feel like, man, F these people. Because this story, it started out with Miss Cassidy. It started out with Miss Cassidy. Who is Miss Cassidy? It started out with his girlfriend, Miss Cassidy. She had been there. They had been hanging out in Argentina all that time, him and her. And he wrote her this letter talking about 444, and we're gonna be married / engaged. He gonna get engaged after they get married. Why did he word it like that? He was full of shit. He was. But I ain't speaking ill on it because I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that's what I'm doing. I don't want to hear that. But she gone. 2 days later, he got he having a what you call it? He having a freak off with some Argentina SX workers. And why was he still there after she left? Because we need to go home at the same time. Did we come here together? We need to leave together. What the hell you got to stay back for? You going to get into some trouble. You need to come on. I told y'all need to be some women that are going to get on y'all, get on your head. Like, hey, what you trying to stay back for? You going to get into trouble. You just said you were 6 months sober. You staying back here to do something you don't have no business. You need to just come on home. You need to come on home. It's just so like, ugh. But anyway, okay. Now here they go. However, the SEX workers claimed under oath, and he's like, this what they telling us that they did under oath. That it's like everybody lying. The authorities lying. I hate that for his daddy that's down there, because none of this is true. None of this even happened. We ain't gonna never know what happened. Okay. Under oath, they said under oath, which means like, they definitely told the truth. Lies. That they did not consume drugs with the former boy bander, and that he appeared normal when they were with him. What's normal? Y'all don't know him to be like he was normal. Only person that can say if he was normal is Miss Cassidy, who been gone for 2 days. She waited on him to get back home for a surprise because he saw her dream. Oh, man. He saw her dream, and then he... Okay? Their account contradicts what several eyewitnesses have said, that Payne appeared erratic when spotted in the hotel lobby before he died. One person said that they even witnessed him smash his laptop. He was like, wow, like wilding out, okay? Several people reported seeing Payne acting erratically. Okay, is this him in Argentina? He also had a drug addiction problem, like already in the past. He was working on that. Evidently, he had been sober for a while, okay? But his ex-girlfriend had also said he had been harassing her. So there's that. I told y'all, these people, these addicts, they be lying now. They gonna lie. And they gonna be using their drugs too much. And they gonna be like, I'm gonna do right and I'm gonna be better. I mean, we hope for the best. The hotel's manager was also overheard on the 911 call, stating he had a male guest, later identified as Payne, who seemed high and drunk, and that he feared the man's life was in danger. How could you, if somebody's high and drunk, how do you feel their life in danger? Y'all. His dad and them ain't gonna never find out what happened to him. They never gonna know what happened to him. I don't think they gonna ever know. Okay. Shortly after the story of my life, I don't know none of these. So I'm thinking story of my life, searching for the right. Is that Rihanna? But he keeps avoiding me. Singer suffered his fatal fall. He fractured his. Okay, so they just got typos on here. I'm like, I can't read. He fractured his skull, and his cause of death was determined to be from multiple traumas, internal and external bleeding he sustained. Tell me what y'all think. It ain't looking good. This is not looking good. It's not looking good. They set him up. They probably thought they was gonna get some money out of him, but they ain't know he ain't really had no money. Because One Direction, they been fell off. I ain't gonna say they fell off. They went solo. I mean, the group broke up or something like that. I don't know. He had a record deal, and then apparently, they had silently released him from his record deal. So, already like not in a good place. You like, okay, You need something good. You need some good news. You know, sometimes be like, we need to hear some good news. And you already, you know, I've been 6 months sober, you know, dealing with this addiction. I have admitted I got a problem. That's always the first step. You're like, I ain't got no problem. That's how they be doing. They like, I ain't, you know, because I do one, maybe 2 rocks, you know, maybe like that ain't nothing. But he has admitted he has a problem. He knows it. He needs to stop. He knew that part. That's how we do that smoking cessation. Don't be talking to people about quitting smoking when they haven't accepted that this is even a problem, you know. They got to get past that step, and then they got to want to come to you for help. That's how you know they serious. With like cigarettes and stuff like that. Now, when we talk about crack and all that, them people got game, okay? And they will game you. They will game you. They will cry. They will laugh. They will use that gift of gab because they be having a mouthpiece on them. They be knowing what to say, okay? But he knew he had a problem. He had been in rehab. Evidently, up until this point, he was 6 months sober. But I don't know if the girlfriend knew, because if she knew he had got released from that record deal, she should have known it was a great chance of him having a relapse at that point, because he's probably depressed. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. We know this, okay? But anyway, so this is what we had so far with Liam, okay? I have to give y'all a lesson tonight, but you know, we all gotta see what y'all talking about right here. Okay, so who we in the chat? Look at Morgan's Balls. Hey, Morgan's Boss in the chat. She says, hey girlie, what is up? Okay. Who is Terrell said, looks like he was on everything, allegedly. We can say allegedly, or we can say for real, because we looking at the stuff spread out on the table. Unless the setup is really real and there wasn't even his paraphernalia. Because, you know what I'm saying? This guy, we like, oh, well, they took all his stuff and this is how they set it up for the picture. But we can go a little bit deeper into our conspiracy theory, you know, and say they brought the drugs in and planted them there. You know what I'm saying? They gonna put what they want in that toxicology report. They're gonna say what they want to say. We got Death Note in the chat. What's up, Death Note? Speaking of Death Note, she left Liam left Miss Cassidy a Death Note. Oh my goodness. I ain't laughing at that. I'm just like, you know, this is a nervous laugh. It's like, what else can I do? Because that sounds crazy. You wrote that letter like that and then you turn up with some. I ain't gonna say that, because you know what? The more I talk about this and listen to myself out loud, this whole thing could have been a setup. I got trust issues, so I don't believe none of it anyway. But the whole, you know, oh, there were prostitutes. Oh, there were these workers who no longer work here. There were these people. He was on all these drugs. None of that could be true. Like, none of it. Like, none of it. But we speculating. And we just guess. We don't know anything for a fact. Nobody knows. Only he would know, you know, him up there. Nobody's gonna really know what actually happened, but the people who did it, you know. But I could, you know, if Liam would have went on home, you know, or, you know, he would have somebody with him and stay 2 days later, he was off the wagon. He fell off the wagon. He was falling off the wagon. He was like setting himself up for a relapse. And then now it's like, was it accidental? Was it on purpose? Okay. Alicia says, too many people linked to Diddy all of a sudden unalive. Okay, so I don't know for sure if this dude is linked up to Diddy or not, but they definitely, everybody who got Tuci around them, everybody that got Tuci around them, Diddy name gonna get brought up. They like, you going down one way or the other, Puff Daddy. Okay. Lanice, she says, I thought the same thing when I said a few days ago. This is a setup. The way it's laid out just don't look right. It does not look right. Okay, she also says, when I heard crack, I'm like, ain't no way, there's no way. 30. Okay. Okay. I'm like, he 31. He doing crack on a soda can top? Is that even how you do it? Like, houseway, make it make sense. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, it looked like a setup to y'all too. Okay, what's he on did? They ain't say it, but they just wanted his name come up every time. Every time. They like allegedly he put Tuci on the map, even though Tuci was already on the map in certain social circles, not the circles any of us evidently was running in. We ain't in the right circles right now. You know, you don't you ain't gotta be using stuff, but you definitely want to have a little access. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Okay. I don't think he was though. Lanice says, then the video of him 12 hours before he fine, sounded fine, normal was he did. You watched it. You saw it. You saw it. He was like, hey, we having fun in Argentina. He definitely didn't look like he was going to have like not a TP. I mean, what a menage a trois? What do you call it? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say it. I mean, no more than I already said. Johnson A says it was a setup. And personally, I think he was pushed because we don't know. We need to know these kind of things. This is the physics part. You know, this is a chemistry, drug-related channel. But people don't know this. We have to take a lot of physics too. We take, you know, I got an undergrad in biology. I took a lot of physics. And, you know, we had to take physics too. So we need to know, like, how far he was pushed. We need to know where the body, you know, and this is not speaking of him like he's not a person, but you know, where the body was found. Like, we need to know the exact spot because we could tell if he jumped or if he was pushed. We would be able to know that. We need the answers we need. Maybe but you know, they talking about the report is incomplete, but that's something that should already be done, that part of it. We'll never know. It's so sad. We would never know what happened to Liam. Not really. We would never know. They put those drugs in his system after he hit the ground. Where was the smoke alarm if he was getting hot? Okay. Oh, God. You know, welcome to the chat, y'all. Yes. These questions, we need answers. We're not going to get them. We ain't going to get them, y'all. Okay, we ain't going to get them. We're not. But this is what we need to know. He's smoking up. You cannot smoke inside no buildings right now. If the staff is in and out his room, they see him. He's lighting it up. And just one person is using Tuci. What was that? Clonazepam, some other OTC drugs, ketamine, which is all the other stuff combined. I mean, the Tuci is the ketamine, ecstasy, MDMA, all that stuff. Smoking crack, doing cocaine. He like doing lines and smoking crack and doing Tuci. He all, you know, y'all know they be doing that. He doing that. He doing all that. He's doing all that in this room. And you know what? I think they broke the TV too. I think they did everything setting up that scene. I don't think Liam did none of this stuff. When you're traveling abroad, y'all gotta be careful, okay? Be careful. He probably was just trying to, like, you know, get high because he was depressed. He got released from his record label. This woman over here started talking about she wanted to get married. You know, he ain't been who he was since One Direction split up. You know, if he was depressed, this may have been intentional, self-inflicted, exiting situation. If he was depressed. But the way that the Argentina people are setting up this scene and reporting it, And the fact you just cannot get these bodies. Like when people die, I mean, how does this work? I don't know. Is there a medical examiner in the house? We need you in the house. Y'all think he was pushed? Sugar wax is THC? That's the marijuana? Is that what they called it? Is that what they called it? Okay. So y'all, Alicia Walker agrees with me. She puts one in the chat. Looks like it was set up. Lanice say it's a setup. Jocelyn A say it's a setup. Something happened. Tula, is that what Tula? His record label dropped him. Maybe he's worth more. Ooh, that's what Jonathan Odie said they be doing, but he said it was a hip hop agenda. He ain't say nothing about the pop. Food for thought. I like the way you're thinking. Okay. Lanice says what? That's what I was thinking too. Why didn't they leave together? You know, it's like we come, who you leave with is who you come with, who you came with. We need to go home at the same time. You know, I'm not controlling or anything like that. And I don't like to be controlled or told what to do whatsoever. But if we come together, we gonna leave together. Because what the hell you staying back for? And if you're gonna stay another 2 days, then I'm staying too. And get mad and go come home. Be like, no, you go ahead. I'm just gonna hang back. And do what? It ain't like your friends here, you have nobody here. It's just me and you came on the trip. Why would you? Yeah, maybe it was other people on the trip. I don't know. It didn't look like it was other people on the trip. Why do you need to stay? What you need to stay another 2 days for without me? We need to go together. Because we go together. Alicia, like you, like me. Soon as she leave, here he go. Okay. Johnson A say, was he on psychedelics when he wrote the note to his girlfriend? Because it sounds crazy. It ain't mathing. It ain't mathing. Alicia said he saw something, participated in something, or can be used as an informant and needs to be taken out. That's might be what the plan was. Okay, so I got a couple other things I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, tonight, because you know this what we do. This is becoming a regular part of this. Thank you, Alicia. I went to my trusty old drug fact sheet from the DEA. Unfortunately, at this point, they don't have anything on the Tuci per se, okay? But there's always, I be telling y'all I don't be want to do no studying because I've been in school and all that kind of stuff, and I'm done with school, which I still need to renew my license. I told y'all that for this year. But I do like to, give y'all a little bit of information, this drug information. So they didn't have Tuci because a lot of this stuff ain't been updated since 2021, 2020. To me, it seemed like they stopped working over there after, C-19. But that's just my opinion, because they ain't got nothing that's like 2023, nothing like that. Well, no, nothing has been updated. I'm saying the last 2 years from what I see over there. But anyway, these kind of drugs, though, this kind of stuff I can fact check off, the official access I got. But I was at home today. I ain't bothered them people stuff. So, okay. So what we got, the clonazepam, he had that. That's a prescription drug. But, they got these counterfeits out here. They got them on the street. They steal them from pharmacies. They know somebody who works at the warehouse at Tiva or somewhere. I don't know. So we're going to talk about the benzodiazepines tonight, the benzos. What are they? The benzodiazepines are depressants that produce sedation and hypnosis relieve anxiety and muscle spasms, and reduce seizures. So people use these for all kind of stuff. They use it for, mostly anxiety. 9 out of 10 people, maybe that's too high. I don't know. People use it for anxiety. You got some you use for sleep. Y'all can't get to sleep at night. Y'all just up. That's still part of the being anxious. It helps you calm down. And some for muscle spasms, some for seizures. So we got kind you can use rectally for if you have a seizure lasting longer than 5 minutes. Then you got to do that. Can't be putting that in their mouth. They can't swallow all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so yes, what's their origin? Do we care? I don't think we care. I don't think we care where it came from. But anyway, many users maintain their drug supply by getting prescriptions from several doctors. That's their poly, whatever. Forging prescriptions. Yes, they love to forge these, okay? Or buying them illicitly. Alprazolam, that's the Xanax, the Xan bars, handlebars, and clonazepam are the 2 most frequently encountered benzodiazepines on the illicit market, and probably in the official market as well. I don't know that for a fact, but I would agree with that. What are common street names? Y'all let me know if y'all know any common street names, not from your own experience or practice, but just that you may have heard in passing or that someone else said. Not that you know, but put it in the chat. Get active get in here. I told y'all get in here. Hit the like too while y'all edit. Come on. Support your girl. Yeah, I be trying to do right. I be trying. Okay, I ain't gonna go a whole week without getting on. I gotta go talk about something. And they in my wheelhouse. Y'all see my wheelhouse. They in my wheelhouse. Okay, common street names. They hating on this because they ain't even. That's what I'm telling y'all. They ain't update this stuff. They started getting lazy. Whoever is on like the marketing and doing all this stuff on the DA website, they ain't sent this like hello. Y'all know what the hell they call these? They put benzos and downers. Okay, boo to that. What do they look like? Okay. What? I mean, okay. Skip that. Short acting, benzo. Okay, short. Okay. These are ones most of the time. This is like sleep. Yeah. You might get triazolam if you're going to the dentist or you got an MRI. They might give you that for that. What else? Utilized for sedation, anxiety, and amnesia in critical care settings or prior to anesthesia, because y'all be scared. Lord knows y'all be scared to go get those dang on MRIs. Y'all be claustrophobic or what? Like, what is it? Be scared to go to the dentist. I got a dentist appointment. It's like, okay, give them one value. Okay. What else? Benzodiazepines with longer duration of action are utilized to treat insomnia in patients with daytime anxiety. These benzodiazepines include alprazolam, which is Xanax, chlordiazepoxide, Librium, clorazepate, Transine, diazepam, Valium, halazepam, Paxapam. This is not here. I don't know. This is not a common one. Did I say lorazepam already? They got lazy. Lorazepam, Ativan, oxazepam, Serax, why do they keep putting we don't use this. We don't see this, or that other one that was down there at the bottom. Clonazepam, Klonopin, diazepam, clorazepam also used as anticonvulsants. Okay, they must have ran out of stuff to say. How are they abused? Abuse is frequently associated with adolescents and young adults who take the drug orally or crush it up and snort it to get high. Okay, that's a quick way to get into that bloodstream. We ain't waiting until the metabolize in your digestive system and go through all this, first pass, whatever. We're not doing that pharmacokinetics. They just gonna get straight to it. We're gonna crush it up and we're gonna get right in there, in them blood vessels in the nose. Abuse is particularly high among heroin and cocaine users. Okay, these people okay, we up, we need to come down. Because sometimes you be up and you stay up, like what Cardi B say, it be up and it's stuck. You need to come down. You gotta come down at some point. Additionally, opioid users often co-abuse benzos to enhance euphoria. They like their mindset, okay? What is their effect on the mind? Benzodiazepines are associated with amnesia, hostility, irritability, and vivid or disturbing dreams. I be having vivid dreams. What is their effect on the body? It can slow down the CNS, may cause sleepiness and relaxed mood. That's what you want. They do what they're supposed to do. You want to calm down, you want to relax, you want to fall asleep, you want to come down. What are the overdose effects? Y'all need to know this. Keep note of this, and you need to recognize these signs when you see them. Extreme drowsiness, confusion, impaired coordination, decreased reflexes, respiratory depression, coma, and possible death. Overdose effects of concomitant use of benzodiazepines and opioids include profound sedation, depression, coma, and death. Okay, what other drugs have similar effects? Drugs that cause similar effects are alcohol, barbiturates, sleeping pills, and GHB. Okay, they do that. So they probably have an additive effect. Some drugs, when you take them, it inhibits the other one. It decreases the effects of it. For example, if you're taking birth control pills and then you have to take some antibiotics, it's like, hey, you need to use a backup while you on this antibiotic because it's going to decrease the effectiveness of your birth control. But apparently, when you're drinking alcohol, which we know this is true, and you're taking your benzos, they gonna really enhance the depressive effect of each other. Okay, so don't be drinking while you're taking your Xanax. Okay, let the pill do what it's supposed to do. If you got a prescription and you're under your doctor's care. Okay, all right. What y'all thinking in chat? What you thinking? RPG, what's up? It's our season. It's our season. I finally caught the live again. I'm just not coming live again. What you talking about, man? He says the Benz is okay. He know about the Zans and the alcohol with a cake. Where you from? You must be from Cleveland Avenue. Increase that sleep. It does. That is what it does. Okay, y'all. Don't think the show is over. Let me see. Let me see what I got here. Okay. I got something I want y'all to watch. I'm gonna we always oops. Hold on. We always got a little lanyard, okay? Oh, November 7th. That's your birthday, mine November 3rd. Shout out to the RPG. Shout out to okay. All right, so let me we're gonna go to Law and Crime and we're gonna look at Jesse Weber on sidebar. And we're gonna hear what he has to say. He's gonna be speaking with some guy. I think he's a forensic somebody. I'm not exactly sure, but we're gonna watch and see what he has to say about the scene. What do they think? Well, we're just gonna hear their opinion and we're gonna weigh in on what they have to say. I like Jesse. I love his show. I watch it all the time. Now, let's see how I'm going to share this screen where y'all can hear it. Hold on, y'all. I'm here. Oh, let me let y'all hear the whole music. Hello? No more lies. Hello? No more. Y'all know what that's from? That's Michelle A. Hold on. I'm gone. I kind of still got my timestamps right here. Okay, so am I going to do this? All right, so I'm going to add it. Did I do it where the sound will be on? I also like to put the captions on. Acting like we ain't, ain't no copyright. Okay, so let me play it. Let me know if y'all can hear it, okay?
Here's what we know, and I'll lay it out and then we'll talk about it. Here's what we know or seem to know about what happened on October 16th. A hotel employee called the emergency line saying that there was a guest who was under the influence of drugs and alcohol, who had destroyed objects in his room. The employee reportedly told emergency services that we need to send someone with urgency because I don't know if the guest's life is in danger because he is in a room with a balcony and we're afraid he could do something that threatens his life. But by the time first responders got there, just a few minutes later, reportedly only 7 minutes, this is according to the director of Buenos Aires' emergency medical services, Payne had fallen 3 stories and died from absolutely catastrophic injuries. His body was found in an inner courtyard of the hotel. Now, police described the room as being in complete disarray.
They just telling us right now the same stuff I already told y'all, but they're going to get into it. So Let's listen in, y'all.
They did find several things were broken, lots of different over-the-counter drugs, as well as the medication clonazepam, maybe more commonly known as Klonopin, were found in his belongings. And forensic
Jesse
teams,
need to
they
get me
also
on that
reportedly
show.
found a whiskey bottle, a lighter, a cell phone, all in the courtyard where Payne's body was discovered. Hey, guys.
Okay, so they said whiskey, a lighter, and a cell phone were all found in the courtyard where his body was found. How many lighters does one person need? Because if y'all remember that little scene that we all agreed was a setup type scene, there was a lighter over there. How many lighters does he need? It's just him. Because the two workers, the SEX workers, they said they wasn't doing no drugs with him and he seemed normal when they left. So when he, and I would like to know, like, were these items just like spread about, like, or were they in his pockets? You know, was the lighter and the phone and whatever else he had, was it in his pockets? Or was it just like, you know, they pushed him out the window and threw that stuff out too? I don't know. It's getting weirder and weirder.
I just want to thank you for following the Liam Payne story with us. And look, one of the reasons we're
Okay, Jesse. Let's see on the commercial. Let's see. Okay, Morgan and Morgan.
the results of the preliminary toxicology tests, what can investigators learn right off the bat from that scene?
Well, you know, when you go into a scene like this, Jesse, and you've got broken items, remember one of our kind of our boilerplate things, you've said this, I've heard you say this on the air before, actually. We always say there's no signs of forced entry or struggle. Well, this ticks the box relative to struggle, because when you're walking in there, you're thinking that there's been a fight, perhaps things have been thrown about. And most of the time, you don't necessarily think about an individual that is high or impaired by drugs breaking all of the items in there. I mean,
Right, because it seems like it's like, you know, when people act how they think you should act in a certain situation, it's like, well, if I'm a rock star, I should be like tearing up hotel rooms, you know, because that's what I think they should do. Not necessarily like that's how they actually act, but this is how I think they act. So let's make it look like that. But it's like all the drugs he pretty much was on, you know, all of them were mostly downers and depressants, you know. You amping up, you tearing stuff up. That's like you know, you on more excitable type drugs, you know. So I don't know, something's not right with this.
this almost goes back. You know, you think about the way the '70s rock bands lived. You know, where they would
Exactly.
destroy a room.
I listened to
And a
some of
lot
this,
of
but I
that
didn't.
is
Y'all know me.
some of it's real, some of it's not. But when you walk in and you're a hotel employee and you look around and you see these things destroyed, you're thinking, well, what in the world could? And here's another piece to this: is that this employee obviously saw something relative to this that troubled them as far as behavior goes. And so that's a big piece to this. You know, you can kind of, you begin to think, well, you know, what would be the motivation for this,
Right.
for this kind of acting out behavior in the space?
Yeah.
Let's explore that, because Payne's body was reportedly transported to the morgue and there was an autopsy that was performed, and the medical examiners requested histopathological, biochemical, and toxicology testing. That is a mouthful.
Right.
What is the difference, Joseph, between
Well,
those three?
Yeah, the histio is actually the examination of the tissues, and this is going to give you the beauty of this is that, you know, everybody's seen the, you know, the idea of us doing an actual autopsy portrayed on television where we're actually, you know, examining the organs and we'll be cutting the organs. We take sections out of those. And there's two areas that are going to be very important, actually three, that are going to be very, very important here to kind of gauge what's going on as you look through the microscope at these tissues. First off, the heart. How have any of these substances impacted? And he's a young man, Jesse. You begin to look at the heart. One of the things that you'll see is something called left ventricular hypertrophy, which means that there's like a thickening of the chamber wall, it thickens, and one of the reasons it thickens is generally because of drug-induced hypertension. You got high blood.
Okay, so to me, when I hear that, I'm thinking, okay, you say the hypertrophy. It's like the heart muscle. It's it's a muscle like every other muscle in the body, and it's working hard. So to me, and once you work it so much, it gets bigger, and then it gets overworked over time. But to me, that signals like that this is not like he just tried a drug for the first time and he had some kind of heart attack or he had whatever. That's not what that, when it's like that muscle has built up, to me, it's like, okay, this is a person who's like consistently been using drugs. To me, that's what I hear when I hear that. But let's see.
Blood pressure, the heart is like racing like this all the time. It's like working a muscle
It's
out,
working
and it thickens
hard.
and it thickens. And so that compromises the heart's ability to work.
It's
And then
tired.
you're going to look at the brain, with the brain tissue. Has there been, can you appreciate any kind of changes in his brain that might lead back to drug interaction? We can see, particularly with things like meth,
Yes.
microscopically over a period of time and exposing
Yes.
yourself to it. You can see these, they're microscopic changes in the brain. So
So
those
on
are,
all that report, they
just
ought to
from
be
the
able to get whatever they
histopath
need, even though
section,
they still acting
that's
like they
going to be
need. I'm
huge. It
sorry.
doesn't surprise me. There's a little bit lost in translation here. I read one article that said that it was a partial autopsy.
I'm
And-
telling you, I told y'all, it don't sound right to me either. It's like, what did you do? What did y'all do? You ordering all these tests, but we should have been able to have this like right away. Well, we got the toxicology report because y'all tell us what other drugs in his system. But what else you got to do? How, Sway? Like, what's going on here? We'll never know.
And then that's translated to, well, they're not completely done yet. And so in our country, we would say, yeah, an autopsy was done, and we're still awaiting further testing.
Yeah.
Well, they've already gotten some of the tests back. That's where the toxicology comes in.
Exactly.
Just real quick, what do you think is missing? And I'm about to go into the injuries, but what do you think they could be missing if it's not a full autopsy?
I don't necessarily, isn't it interesting? They have an awareness of who this is. Okay, make no mistake about it. And then you think about, well, they're going to try to overturn every rock that they can because they don't want the spotlight on them. So they are being extra careful and extra thorough, if you will. And they're really taking their time, because when we think about this cocktail, which is what it is, that he was allegedly using, then there's any manner of things that you want to search for, because you don't know no two of these combinations that they refer to as pink cocaine.
I want to get to that. The toxicology.
Right.
Now y'all tell me I can't be on here, because I've been saying this stuff since Tuci came out. Now sometimes I know I can be a little bit extra, and I be like very heavy with my own personal opinion, but what is he saying now? I haven't been saying. I'm just saying. I'm just talking to y'all.
Reports in a minute, but before we even do, just going back to the physical injuries, the forensic experts, they reportedly found 25 injuries that were compatible with those caused by falling from a height. So that's according to the autopsy. And the report also said that craniocerebral lesions were adequate enough to cause death, while internal and external hemorrhages in the skull, thorax, abdomen, and limbs, they contributed to the mechanism.
What does that even mean?
Real quick takeaway from that, Joseph.
Yeah, I do have a problem with this, okay, because you cannot say that 25 individual injuries are associated with a fall from this height.
25. And I'm thinking that before I listen to half of this, that I could survive it. I'm like, I don't have to die if I jump off the third floor. Maybe I'm just thinking I'm superhuman, but I'm like, I probably could survive that. But anyway.
Now I'm buying, if you're selling, you've got a single point of impact, because let's just think about it. If if you think about dropping an object, let's just say if we dropped a bag of flour off of a 3-story balcony, there'll be the part that you can appreciate in that bag of flour where it rips, because that's the point of impact.
Right.
Now they're saying he's got 25 different injuries
25
that are associated with a fall. How does that happen? Now,
They playing games in Argentina. Them people never gonna know what happened to him. We never gonna know. Not really. We're never gonna know. They're gonna know. No, we're not. We're never gonna know.
you were falling down a flight of stairs,
Okay, you can have 25 points of
bouncing
impact.
off, you're pinballing
Exactly.
off. Some of these things are interlocked.
Right. Are you suggesting that perhaps these injuries happened before the fall?
Yeah, they could, and that's why it's so important.
Or the injuries don't
that
exist.
when we
They
examine
just lie.
injuries in the morgue, we might see them at the scene, but when you get it under the surgical lighting in the morgue, you pick up on things. Here's the big thing, Jesse, is you want to be able to try to understand the age of these injuries.
Yeah.
And that's why literally in the morgue, we dissect the injury.
One time at band camp, or not at band camp, one time I was probably about 7, and my little baby sister, one of them sisters, was getting potty trained, and I was walking on the side of the tub like it was a balance beam, and I hit my head on the side of the tub. Now, if I fall off a 3rd floor of a hotel room, it's because somebody pushed me, first of all, because I ain't jumping. I'm not jumping, even though this right here is this is true. I probably will survive. I hit my head on the soap dish, and I'm fine as far as I know right now. Okay. And so that would be an old injury I probably got somewhere in the inside of my head. You can't be like, oh, well, yeah, that happened when she jumped off the 3rd floor balcony, 40 years later. I'm just saying, this stuff is getting weird. It's like, it's not adding up.
Externally where we will actually trim into them or cut into them. And if you've got an area of, say, a contusion, fancy word for a bruise, we all know the stages of coloration with a bruise. Well, if you've got a yellow bruise on you, that's not recent.
But just to couple that for a second, if he was injured
25, that's it. That's all. Sign me up. I can get 25 and survive. I'm just saying. Y'all, okay. Now y'all with me. I'm just saying, Batman would have lived. I think I would have lived. In my mind, this mind, I can't do a lot of things I used to be able to do. I used to be so proud of my 20/20 vision. I don't have it anymore. I don't have it, okay? But I don't feel like I would die off a 3rd floor. I just don't. We ain't gonna know if he was there when they threw his body off off the balcony. We never gonna know. We ain't gonna get no kind of times. They talk about 20. He had 25 points of injury of whatever they said, and from just one fall, how? We're never gonna know. They're never gonna know. We're never gonna know. We're never gonna know. I probably would tuck and roll. I wouldn't. You can't just be like trying to land on your feet like a cat, of course. But I think if I had to jump out of a 3rd floor, balcony, I think I can make it. I'm crazy though, but I really think I would make it. I just don't feel like I probably would break something. I don't feel like I have to die from that. In my mind.
minutes before the fall, you wouldn't be able to tell the time frame between.
No, that'd be
have
much
to be a
more
few
difficult.
days or something like that, right?
Yeah, and so what I would begin to look for relative to these other kind of peripheral injuries that they're referring to, Jesse, is patterns. So let's just say you fall off of a structure and there's a concrete or cobblestone below. That's going to leave a specific impact pattern. Well, is he punching the wall? Is he jamming his shoulder? I don't know what's broken in there. Does he have glass cuts? those sorts of things. So then you begin to look for patterns to try to understand what happened, because you got a big piece to this. You've got a busted up room, okay, and then you've got this great fall from a height, so that's 30 feet roughly, give or take, that you're falling from. And I don't know what the surface was like that he
Looked like it
struck,
was a
and that's going
pool
to play a
down
big
there.
role in it as well.
Now I want to go into the toxicology test results, which is important. So according to sources,
Into the
Payne had
drugs.
a lot of substances in his system when he died. Those included cocaine, benzodiazepine, crack, party drug known as pink cocaine that Joseph mentioned.
He's
And
so
we've
excited
talked
about
about
that.
pink cocaine before. It's also referred to as Tuci. It's one of the drugs, by the way, that Sean Combs is accused of not only using, but also allegedly forcing others to move for him.
They want to keep
Actually, in a
Sean
recent
Combs in. I'm gonna
lawsuit,
put
Young
Sean Combs
Miami
in
has
this
accused Combs
description.
of having her transport Tuci
Hey, what
for
Sean
him
Combs
on
got to do
private
with this?
planes.
Everything.
According to an NYU Medical School report that was published in 2023, Tuci is usually a combination of a lot of different drugs.
You don't
ketamine,
know.
ecstasy, meth, opioids, other psychoactives. It actually rarely contains just cocaine. This is according to
Or
experts.
almost
The
no
pink dye, the
cocaine.
food coloring. It's usually added for aesthetic purposes, the way it looks.
It's
and pink
pretty.
cocaine is also believed to have been the cause of a massive high-speed crash in Miami in August that we talked about here
look
on
at
the
these.
sidebar. This self-proclaimed Instagram model allegedly ran a red light while going up to 80 miles per hour, slamming her car into another car, caused a chain car reaction. 2 men who had been on their way to work were killed. And in body cam video from the scene, the woman, the
When I
suspect,
first saw that
Macy
part, y'all
Ladders,
saw that where she like on the ground right there. I was like, oh my God, why would they show that? But it was not I thought she was dead. I was like, why the hell would they show us that? I'm gonna go back. Y'all listen to this because this story is crazy.
80 miles per hour, slamming her car into another car, caused a chain car reaction. 2 men who had been on their way to work were killed. And in body cam video from the scene, the woman, the suspect, Macy
Right there.
Ladders,
I was like,
can be
ah!
seen rolling around on the ground, saying she was from the future, that she had a crystal ball.
Look
According
at
to
her.
the Florida Poison Control Center, Tuci can cause things like racing heart rate, increased blood pressure, stroke,
Hallucination.
seizures. It's been popular in Europe and Latin America for a while.
Yeah,
Its
we
use in the
late.
United States is just increasing. This is according.
She sound the way she was behaving. That sound like some bath salts. Y'all remember that when people was doing that? It was like they became like superhuman when they would be on those bath salts. So you would crash running your car in the way of, and you talking about you from the future. These drugs do cause hallucinations, and probably after she did all that, she probably didn't remember none of it. This is so crazy.
According to the DEA, and last summer, it apparently was the #1 narcotic that Customs and Border Protection officers were finding when they busted international passengers. So Joseph, Liam Payne apparently had pink cocaine in his system. It can already cause all these issues, but then you couple it with more drugs or more perceived drugs, alleged drugs in his system, plus the bottle of alcohol I mentioned.
Alcohol.
What does all
Yes.
this do? What does
It's
all this do to a
dangerous.
person?
Yeah. I reflect back, to the days that life seemed like it was more simpler. But, you think about with Belushi, where, he's doing speedballs, and that was a combination of, cocaine and heroin that he was injected with.
Mm-mm.
This was apparently smoked. I've seen one report that is alleging that he was smoking this concoction with a pipe, which is, we think back to the days of, say, for instance, crack cocaine use,
They said
and
he was
this
using crack.
idea we would find homemade pipes everywhere.
Right.
So this creates a particular problem
It's a lie now somewhere.
toxicologically, because we do in toxicology, Jesse, we do both uh, qualitative and quantitative. So you can say, and you and I have had this discussion, you can look at a case and say, well, this is present. We've got ketamine, we've got MDMA, ecstasy.
That's in the
We might
combination.
have benzos in there. Oh, we've got cocaine, there's heroin. You can qualify it, but it takes much longer to quantify it. And then you have to break these elements down, which is even more complex, to understand the levels in each one. And when these things are being manufactured like this, where they're putting together the pink cocaine, you don't know if the portions to put it in layman's terms,
They're not.
are the same over and over and over again.
It's not.
They're not. Okay. So you don't know which drug is going to be the most overwhelming drug. But back to this young woman that was in the crash. And just remind me again, you said that she was rolling around on the ground outside of the vehicle, correct?
And with no shirt on.
With, you know, 2 of these drugs that are found in this combo are powerful hallucinogens.
Yep.
Okay. And you think about things like ketamine, which is actually used in anesthesia.
Man, I put
You
y'all
think
on game about that
there's
ketamine.
another element that's contained in here that was first synthesized back in the mid 70s, and they saw it as an hallucinogen then that could be treated for psychiatric problems. And of course, it never worked out. They have all of these on board, and not to mention the properties that things like cocaine bring
Put a
with
one in the
it.
chat if
And
you
you've
learn
got this
about
kind of
ketamine from me.
juxtaposition
Thank you.
where these drugs are kind of fighting with one another. And you see this bizarre behavior that people will exhibit, you know, at a scene. So all of those indicators are there. I think
the part I don't
the most
understand
troubling thing about this is that
he got the Tuci, which got, you know, it's the drug cocktail. It's the holy trinity. It got all the stuff in there that you want, you know, to get the kind of high that you want to get. Let me pull myself up for this. Where the hell did the crack come in at? It's the crack that's blowing my mind. It's that part that's blowing my mind. On my mind that this man had a can top. And what else? I don't know. But it's the crack. It's like, why is he doing crack? You already gateway, you know, you already tried this other stuff, you know, you maxing out, you on the Tuci. It's everything, right? But you got the Tuci, the pink cocaine that doesn't contain cocaine, but you also have pain over here. You got cocaine too. Not only do you have the Tuci combination, the box of chocolates, and cocaine, you also got crack in this bitch. What you say, RPG? Why is he doing? Why? Well, it is a why not. I said that too. Y'all got that from me. Because it's like, you know. Okay, thank you for reminding me. It's like, I'm doing this one. I might as well do them all. Okay, but it's like, you asking for this, though? It's like, okay, I'm doing a pink cocaine. And then you got some, you know, some counterfeit X on the side. You know, I'm popping them pills, too. I'm not I feel like to have crack today, you know, in this decade and the last decade and pretty much all the decades since, I'm going to even let it go up to about the 80s. I'm going to go and bring it into the 80s. I was going to say the 90s, but I feel like it started falling off in the 90s because the 90s was lit. But anyway, the 80s though, okay. But 2020 something, not a year that got a 19 in front of it. We talking about the 2020 something, the 20s. I feel like crack is a special order. Crack is a special order. They don't have that just out on the menu. They don't. They got your Oxy, they got your Fenty, they got your Tuci, they got your marijuana. They probably still even got them gas masks. Y'all remember he was doing gas or whatever, or sex? I don't be knowing all the stuff. You know, I be talking like I'm down. Yeah, go. But I don't be knowing a lot of this stuff. But yeah, so I feel like, you know, it's like crack is a special order. It's like somebody got to go to the back, like way in the back, to be like, man, you sure you want some of that, boy? You want some of that? And you got to be like, y'all got it? Yes. You know, it ain't like we just got this laying around, you know. I don't know. Let me let Jessica get back to it. We learning tonight.
Tuci is this insidious problem they've had in Europe for a while. Remember what you mentioned about Diddy, that the stuff's being
Sean,
flown in, perhaps allegedly. We don't know.
let me.
They've had a problem with there and in South America.
South
You don't
America
know the
got it.
origin of the stuff and what other agents might be
Yeah.
contained in each substance. And then
I
who
mean,
are
that's
you
the same
getting?
thing with fentanyl. That's the same thing with fentanyl.
You're absolutely, it's the same template. But then here's the other one little bit. You don't know who you're acquiring the stuff from.
Yeah.
And
What
so
I
I go back
said,
to the
what I
trauma.
said, what I say, what I
I go back
said.
to the
Hold on.
trauma.
What I said. I said this now, but they gonna call me on one of these shows. I said that about Rich Homie Quan. I said, this is so weird. They keep saying Rich Homie Quan got a bad pill, but the way Rich Homie Quan was moving around with his drugs, he seemed like he had a reliable source. Not that a source can be reliable. You know what I'm saying? He's on the street. It can't be reliable. I'm supposed to be a reliable source. As someone who works in the pharmacy, I'm supposed to be a reliable source. I feel like Rich Homie Quan had like somebody, he always got his drugs from, trust him, you know, that he like, man, you want some of this Fenty, man, they got a little Fenty in there. This enough. You ought to try. If he say, nah, I ain't fooling with that. I ain't, you know, give me my regular. I feel like, you know, he would, you know, had somebody he could get his stuff from. That was what he wanted, you know, that what he requested, this product that he wanted, not anything he didn't ask for. But for him now to get a bad pill, or like I said, a bad combination of pills from his same people, because I know you ain't changing up. And if these people, if you want the drugs and you buying them, they selling them. It ain't like, you know, his mama saw you and told you, you know, don't sell Quan no more drugs because you're trying to get them clean and blah, blah, blah. You know, his baby mama said something to you. It's like he want them, you know, they gonna sell them. They working. That's you know, that's how they make their money. I felt like he had a reliable source. So now this how he passed away off of this, and he been doing the drugs for years. Like, he's honest about his drug use. I don't know, but this man finna get into that same kind of talk. I'm telling y'all, man, I need to do better because they ain't saying nothing that I ain't saying.
I go back to the state of the room.
I'm gonna go back a little bit because I do be talking over it, and we got a little time.
You don't know the origin of the stuff and what other about Diddy, that the stuff's being flown in, perhaps allegedly. We don't know. They've had a problem with there and in South America. You don't know the origin of the stuff and what other agents might be contained in each substance. And then
I
who
mean,
are
that's
you
the same
getting?
thing with fentanyl. That's the same thing with fentanyl.
You're absolutely, it's the same template. But then here's the other one little bit. You don't know who you're acquiring the stuff from.
Yeah.
And so I go back to the trauma. I go back to the trauma. I go back to the state of the room that he was found in.
And that brings me to another point about this investigation. Now, to be clear, we don't know exactly how much of the drugs were in Liam Payne's blood when he died. This could be why we don't have the full results, as investigators say. But authorities, they are investigating how exactly Payne was able to get his hands on these drugs. A hotel employee may have sold him the drugs. He was interviewed by police. There's been no charges yet. We shall see. Payne, though, I should tell you, he has spoken before about his struggles with mental health and addiction. In fact, on a podcast in 2021, he said he hit rock bottom when One Direction broke up in 2016. In 2023, he announced he had gone to rehab, that he was more than 100 days sober. An anonymous friend told the Daily Mail that he was sober before he died, but that the drug dealers had been preying on him. Now, the outlet, The Mirror, is all
in Argentina.
also
You could be
reported
lying
that
about
two
some of
female
this.
escorts came to Payne's room on the day that he died, but there was seemingly a disagreement over payment, and they left him after having drinks. They say they didn't do any drugs with him, but the women have reportedly been questioned. They're not considered suspects in any way. And Payne's father, Jeff, flew to Buenos Aires after his son's death. He visited growing memorial outside of the hotel. And according to a news release, he told police that he would do anything he could to help with their investigation. British officials, though, I should tell you, have also offered their assistance since Liam Payne was a British citizen. So, Joseph, as you think about the next steps and who they're investigating and this interplay between authorities in Buenos Aires and British authorities, what are you going to be looking for? What is the interplay here? What are the next steps?
They're not going to get any answers. He's not going to say that. And that's probably why they don't want me on there. But not any real answers, not anything that's factual or probably anything that's true.
Okay, so here's a big piece of this from an evidentiary standpoint.
Got to be politically
They're
correct
saying
with the
that there
answers.
was pink cocaine there. I don't think that they're necessarily getting that from the tox results.
They're not getting that from the tox reports because it's not like a single thing, you know, like once you take it and it's like metabolized in your body and excreted or not, or whatever, it wears out, whatever it does, it's not one thing. It's not Tuci. You're going to see, and because it's different combinations of this Tuci, what you get Tuci in Argentina might be different from what you get in Brazil or I don't know, somewhere in Europe. You can't say, oh, it's Tuci, like not just based off the toxicology report. You wouldn't know that.
Physically seeing something, maybe residue. So therefore,
he's saying
you
they
have
probably
that
found something. Maybe that's what they talking about with the dove. Because
big
like,
piece of this from an
but it wasn't
evidentiary
none ink on
standpoint.
there from what I could see.
They're saying that there was pink cocaine there. I don't think that they're necessarily getting that from the tox results. They're physically seeing something, maybe residue. So therefore, you have that standalone marker in time. You can analyze that. Then you go back to who you think may have sold it to them, and you press them hard. You press them very, very hard about all of their activities relative to this behavior, the sale of it, and have they witnessed anything with Liam? And also, were they trying to shake him down? Remember, he's a celeb. The perception is that all celebrities have tons of money. Okay,
Slim man,
and
you can track.
You can actually track chemically back to a particular batch with this. So that's going to be interesting to kind of understand. And it's
so that's new. They say they could track it back to a particular batch. But it might not have been nothing wrong with the batch. He could have been pushed out the balcony. We don't know.
Sounds like he's dealing with a whole groups of shady characters. If you've got if people are just saying in reports that there's multiple people trying to sell him drugs, or that they're attempting to, and then he's got escorts coming to the room. You don't know who's controlling. He's in a foreign land,
right?
And you don't know all.
That's all I was saying the whole time. When you somewhere else, you got to be careful and don't die over there, wherever over there is, because we'll never know what happened to you.
All of the nuances that might be going on there either. It is going to be fascinating to watch this from afar.
It is.
And it's heartbreaking. There has been just an outpouring of sorrow. I mean, One Direction, to give you an example, aside from all the fans.
There go Harry Styles. He the only one I know. Is that Harry? Jocelyn A? Is that Harry?
The memorials.
And I think, this is the one that passed away. He looks so different.
Outpouring of heartache. But the group One Direction, they released a joint statement on Instagram saying, we're completely devastated by the news of Liam's passing in time. When everyone is able to, there will be more to say. But for now, we'll take some time to grieve and process the loss of our brother, who we love dearly.
Wait, is that the Zane? Okay, if that's Zane, he can sing. Okay, but anyway.
The memories we shared.
Is that the Zane that I think is Zane? Got that on that Back to Sleep remix with Usher and
with him will be treasured forever. We've heard things from Justin Bieber as well. And by the way, Payne had shared a 7-year-old son with former X Factor judge and British girl group member Cheryl Cole.
Hold up, yes, that's him. Oh, I like One Direction. I ain't know he used to sing when. Oh, I love him. Okay, all right, okay. Dang, this is so sad. Okay, so I don't be knowing who I know. Thank you.
Nicola said that she's horrified that one day their son, Bear, will be confronted with what she said are salacious news reports surrounding his death and have to deal with not only losing his father, but having the investigation play out on the world stage. So it becomes
It's
really
a
important
scandal.
to get to the bottom of what happened here, but also not move into conspiracy theories, not move into
Because
falsehoods.
that's
So
where
it's
I
going to be really
reside.
important to see. And again, just a tragedy all around. Joseph Scott Morgan, thank you so
much. Yeah. Okay. Let me pull it down. All right. So I think Jesse agreed with me. I think so. Also that Joseph Scott Morgan, the forensic investigation, he has a TV show. He's the real deal, I guess. They agree with me. I agree with them. They said it's a lot of nuance. There is a lot of nuance to this case. They also said it's going to be interesting to watch this play out from afar. That's a nice way of saying, like, this is going to be a S show. And we're not going to know what happened to him. Not officially, no. They're going to spin it and sell it and sell it. And I think they're going to drag it on, because what else do we need to know? I don't know when they're going to give the body, his remains, to his father. I don't know. But this is a sad case. And Tuci strikes again. But there's no way they can't look at, like, oh, the toxicology report, he got certain amount of Tuci in his blood, or in his liver, or in whatever. You can't measure Tuci, because Tuci is anything, It's not like, like you said, it's not like something that's strictly measured in equal parts of this or that. It might not even be the same drugs in this combination versus, that batch. And this fall sounds crazy. 25 points of impact that could have caused the death. That definitely caused it. Like, did he jump down with like some weighted blanket on or something? Like, how you got like 25 points of impact from like just one jump? Like, you go up and you go down, or you go out and you go down. I wonder. We need to know, and we be able to tell stuff. Like he said, the difference in, like, if somebody like bang their shoulder up against a wall, or if somebody, you fall on your shoulder. Like, all these different injuries, they show up different. So the way they talking already make me feel like it's just not gonna be right. Okay. But y'all want to come up? It's 11:11. 444. I can't believe that. I'm still on there. Y'all know I be worried about the wrong thing. Now she gonna be thinking, because she's a nice girl, she gonna be thinking, if he just would have come home with me, or if she's a really, she might be like, she would say, if he would come home with me, or, I should have stayed with him. She wanted to stay with him. He told her to go ahead on. He did. Because he had some other stuff he was going to get into. And, he told her he was going to marry her. And he didn't have a plan. He didn't have it figured out. And he probably didn't tell her that he got released from his record deal, the record label. He didn't tell her that. So while she's dreaming of marrying, or being with her One Direction guy, with Zayn and Harry Styles, because they made it out the group. This dude didn't make it, okay? He ain't make it. What I'm finna say? That's wrong. And this is not me speaking ill of the dead. But, we know Zayn and we know Harry Styles. I didn't know Liam like that. I think Liam put some music out. I don't know his music. Not that I'm like a music guru, even though I kind of am. I know all kind of music. But anyway, do y'all want to come up? Y'all want to talk about this? Is there anything else left to say? Is there one? Is that? RPG says right before Rich Homie Quan was about to testify, I'm just like, my guy had a reliable source that he was getting his drugs from. For him to get a bad pill that like he gone, it didn't make sense. He had been doing drugs for years and he never like had any issues. You know, it makes you think. You, I can't put this up here. What else? Going from 6 months sober to having a drug buffet is insane. Smorgasbord. Like, I ain't had nothing in my system in 6 months. Like, nothing. He like, I ain't even drinking caffeine. I ain't drinking because y'all know it's all gateway. And it's like, if a person is an alcoholic, they can't be taking pills, you know, like you can't even switch to a different type of addiction because it's all still lowering inhibitions. And once you touch one thing, though, you get a sample of something, the inhibitions are lowered. And you're like, you know what? I want it all. It sounds insane, but when you think about it like that, if you have an addiction, you know, it's really like you just go from one addiction to the next, you know, not in all cases, but a lot of times they do. Like people, when they quit smoking or they quit a drug, they start eating, you know, and they gain weight because they like now they just got to be doing something, you know, but you try one thing, your inhibitions, that's it. It's like, okay, I mean, I'm in it. I might as well sign me up. Might as well give me all of it. But even with all of it, with all the other drugs, I'm kind of still like, why? I'm still hung up on the crack. I can't get over the crack. It's the crack for me. It's that part for me. I can see him doing all the other stuff. I can see it. It's like, okay, give me the Tuci. Give me the Clonopin. And they talking about over-the-counter pills. What was he taking that was over-the-counter that was like any fun? Who even knows? They never said what he was taking from over-the-counter. But I can't think of it off the top of my head that people just taking over-the-counter, like abusing like that. If they were abusing it over-the-counter, it wouldn't be like over-the-counter. It'd be prescription and control. What could they be taking like that? It was melatonin or something. Who even knows? But yeah, I can see him. I can see him like just, you know, diving in face first, literally nose first, nose dive off the other stuff at 31. But the crack, that's it just feel like it's something serious. Like, you doing crack, my dude? We talking about crack. Okay, but anyway. RPG says they could have been able to seal the deal with the YSL case if he testified. I would still like to know what he was gonna say. Like, I probably didn't do a little research online. I know somebody got them recordings. Like, was he recorded? Like, is it documented somewhere the statements he was making? Like, what was he gonna say? What was Rashad gonna say? All right, this is an assignment for everybody. Y'all know y'all on my research team. I got my same shout out to my research team too. Yes, Nina Simone, where you at? Johnson, hey, she on the research team. You know, she don't always come through, but she come through. Who else we got? KT Pretty Brown Eyes. You know, y'all know my people. They don't be always showing up in the chat. Okay, they don't. I got my loyal viewers. I see y'all in here. Don't think I don't. But by researching, they give me the ideas and, you know, I bring it to y'all and, you know, we make it do what it's going to do. So shout out to them. But I need the rest of the healthcare team. I need the rest of y'all, to do something for me. And I need somebody to go in there and find these rich homie Quan files. Where are they? Where's his testimony? Where are the records? Gaither, Dennis. Was he talking to those people? Do they have Richard Homie Quan recorded somewhere? Okay. RPG says the connection to his father's barbershop being shot up. They want. Okay. So what about it? They want. Oh, what about it? They was beefing. Thug and Rich Homie Quan. I did see some things where Rich Homie Quan was making some comments about Thug and him wearing the dresses and things of that nature. But what did this start about? Like some kind of record deal though? Why would they even into it in the first place? RPG says, if anybody could seal the YSL being a gang deal, it would be Because that's what they trying to get too. Making this thing sound like a gang. Okay. Put it together for me. I'm right there. I ain't quite all the way there. Okay. He would be able to do that because they work together to go against him. And he was for the other side in the other organization and in one of the other groups. And they shot at Rich Homie Quan, Daddy Barbershop for the furtherance of the gang and betterment of something their popularity in their community. Walk me through it. I gotta get walked through it. Like, make the connections with me. So how can they still not? How are they unable to do it though? Well, I mean, could they probably get his dad? But they'll get Homie Quan because I was like, can't they get his daddy to say that they did that? But why? Okay, we need the why. Okay. All right. But let's get y'all get it. Get it? Yeah. Type it up in a report. Y'all know y'all don't work for me. I ain't paying y'all. But I told y'all when I get on my feet, everybody's helping me out. I'm gonna kick you down. I remember who in here. I have a memory like an elephant. I don't forget. Okay. I don't forget anything. Okay. I might suppress it and try to put it in the back of my mind, but trust me, it's still there. It's still there. Okay. Okay. RPG says, give me some time. I'll get your info for you. Okay, I'm talking about. And then, after you do that, I need somebody else to get in there on the team and incorporate some drugs into get some drugs in it. Then we have a treat. Okay. We gotta have to get like Rich Homie Quan. How can this and I gotta be careful about how much I'm talking on this internet because people do be watching my streams. Okay, they be watching my streams and they be repeat stuff I say, and I feel like I'm the type of person. Tell you about me. I like to get credit for for my own work. Ain't nobody else getting credit for my work. Okay, so it's some things I've said that I feel like have been very beneficial to other outside sources. So if I'm going to go put this Rico together form, somebody need to go call me up and sign me up. Okay, if we're going to put it together. Me and you, my team, y'all know who I'm talking about, all of us. We working together. Okay, sprinkle a little of that on there, and that ain't slime. That's, that's like, don't do that. And don't do that. And right there. Okay. So they do be stealing. They be stealing. YouTubers be stealing. Law crime be stealing. Other people be watching this stuff. Like you think, like, oh, ain't nobody watching this. They're not listening to me. They don't want to respect me as an expert, even though I'm an expert. They do be respecting you as an expert. They respect you from a distance as an expert. And I see what you're doing there. I see it. But anyway, so yes, we don't even care. We all on, Everybody trying to do what they're trying to do. And thank y'all for supporting me tonight. What I say? It's always LOVEYYOU. I'm saying YSL. No, I ain't slime. This is not slime green. This is Icon. This is called Icon Green. That's the name of his polish. Okay, so y'all, I would call y'all up tonight, but it's getting late. And y'all know how I be. Sometimes I would pull this up on the screen, but them snakes, sometimes they look like ducks. Do they look like ducks to anybody else but me sometimes? I got my glasses. I told you I got my glasses, but you know, I ain't ready to wear them on here yet, okay? Why I be here? That's Floyd, yes. I told you I'm an expert in music. Dennis, when he wanted to get what did they say? Recognized as an expert on music and rap music and gang, whatever. I'm a music expert for real. But anyway, we've been on here for a while, y'all. And of course, I have enjoyed y'all. Did y'all like my, I kind of got a little thing I got going on here. I kind of got a little something going on here. I'm getting a little, I'm getting a little organized with how I want to do these shows. And, I hope y'all enjoying it. Of course, I'm always open to y'all suggestions, corrections, and complaints. Even though I don't like to hear no complaining. I don't want to hear no complaining. But yeah, so let me know what y'all want to hear more of. If y'all like kind of how I'm doing this, anything y'all would suggest, like, sprinkle a little something else up in there and y'all just sign me up. I'm here for all of that. And, yeah, I would let y'all come up, but y'all ain't coming up. And that's perfectly fine with me. I love when y'all get active in the chat. So, as long as y'all keep doing that, y'all keep showing up. I'm going to keep showing up too. I'm telling y'all, I'm finna go on do right. I want to tell y'all so much about my situation in my life. I had a day today. I feel like it was a win. Somebody probably mad at me right now. Oh well, they will be just fine. But one of these days, I'm gonna share some real stuff with y'all. I mean, I'll keep it real on here. I keep it 100. Y'all know me because that's how I'm coming. I'm always come the same way. But I'm getting tired, and I was kind of tired when I came on here, but I came on here anyway because I know, y'all always be lifting my spirits up. I like to come on here and deal with my people. Even when it get big, y'all know I'm gonna remember who is here right now. Okay. I appreciate y'all. Giles and Nate. Thank you for showing up in the chat tonight. RPG, I'm gonna start calling no names because I'm gonna leave somebody out. Thank y'all for showing up for the chat tonight. And what I be saying? I'm gonna do the closing. I would say, is there one? Is there one? There's not one. And we ain't coming and talking to me tonight. But what's the closing? Y'all know what I say. What do I be saying? These prescriptions, they keep piling up. These phones, they never stop ringing. I'm gonna see all of y'all in the next episode. And check out some of my other streams. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love all of that. Turn the notification bells on. I tell y'all that, and I'm gonna be showing up. So here I am. See y'all next time, okay? All right. Where the button is. Bye. Good night.